Morgan Olympians, welcome back to another episode of Olympus Talks. I'm your host, Zeus.
Kratos.
Hercules.
Hades.
Yes, sir. In this week's episode, we're going to be diving into another controversial topic as per usual, because that alone we do over here. Yes, sir. We're going to be talking about double standards in dating. Yes. We know the girl them I get ready with them pitchfork and all them little thing never come attack with stills, but we're not attacking on to the still, we just attack some facts and everything, you see me? Alright. So our first question on double standards, and just to kind of get it out of the way, I just want a small definition from one of you guys, like starting with you, Hades. What do you consider to be a double standard in dating?
Double standard is where one rule is for one gender, but the other gender doesn't play by the same rule.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, that's a great definition. And our first question on that topic is actually going to be, why is cheating more acceptable in men than it is in women?
Alright, so for me personally, I do not agree with it.
Mm-hmm.
But at the end of the day, society always gonna praise a man that has multiple women and shames a woman that has multiple men. So at the end of the day, society always gonna elevate a man that is able to get a lot of women. So that's why it's acceptable. It's more social than actual, because me personally don't believe in men cheating. I don't cheat.
Mm-hmm.
Don't believe in cheating.
Black men don't cheat.
Yeah,
Yes,
black
sir.
men don't
The
cheat.
Jamaican men don't cheat, especially.
Well, I'm not going to say Jamaican. I'm going to say black men, So, it's a more societal thing than anything else.
Yeah.
More than necessarily a right or wrong business. Because the society deem it a man can cheat. A woman will stay with a man that's cheating.
Mm-hmm.
More than a man to stay with a woman that's cheating. Why? Because society. Every man dream is to have 100 women.
Mm-hmm.
But women don't dream of having 100 men.
Mm.
So, as an idea, just the culture.
Yeah. How about you, Ricky?
To be honest, I don't really agree with cheating in general, but I guess I can understand by the logics as to why it would be more fitting for men to cheat than women to cheat, is what I say. Let me just clear it up. I know probably not going to agree with me, but I still have to explain the same way. So, take for example, a man go out, him cheat with 3 other women, let's say.
Mm-hmm.
Is what I say. The thing with cheating is the mere fact of the biology behind it. You see, when a man cheat and let's say him get a woman pregnant,
Yeah.
a man can always dip and go somewhere else and just incognito.
Exactly.
Nobody don't know which part him gone.
Yeah, we
Is
spoke
what
about this
me I
other
say.
day.
But with
Yeah.
the woman now, she stuck with the baby.
Exactly.
Yeah, because she eat a grow, You get what I say? So, sometimes more while I hear some women saying that them are go start do the man them a do and cheat on them too, because, it not fair how man a cheat and woman can't cheat. And I say, alright, go ahead. Do it.
Mm-hmm.
Cheat.
But
Let me see how it work out for you,
remember, we can breed multiple,
Yeah.
You can only breed one at a time.
Exactly.
And you in you breeding, you're carrying a burden,
Yeah.
which you have to take care of.
Yeah, exactly. And society probably are going to pre you more if you go either dash or the pitney or neglect the pitney.
Yeah.
You see what I say? Because men already have the bad rap and the stigma for say, absent fathers and this and that. So it don't really come in like nothing if the man got dip, because enough man, black men usually dip.
Mm-hmm.
Is what I say. But you see, when you fall upon a woman now, everybody are going to look upon her different, because them now saying the black community, women take the responsibility of carrying the children and taking care of them and raising them. So when you go neglect your pitney or dash of the belly, you understand me? It'll look more bad upon you
Exactly.
than it'll go look upon that the man was saying dip gone left you.
Exactly. Because as a mother, it's kind of an expectation that you're going to rear your child.
Exactly.
You understand?
Exactly.
I disagree with them. That's it. The car.
Yeah.
So, personally, I disagree with all the man still, to a certain extent. Because nowadays, in the modern society we live in, like, it really look funny to us. And it has been this way since a good look while now. It's like when a woman cheat, it's always justified. It's always, the man inadequate or,
No, but
there's something.
but
there's
yes,
something right.
wait one second.
And it's that they don't really consider it cheating.
No, 1 second.
To be honest.
At the end of the day, you say they justify it, but why do they have to justify it when at the end of the day when a man cheats, it doesn't justify it?
The thing is, they can never just.
So you say the double standard is still there, you know?
Yeah.
Because a woman, if she
No, I'm not
the
trying
only
to say.
time we justify ourselves, don't do something we think is wrong.
I mean, society can always tell you say you're wrong as a man. Yes, trust me. Like if you really look on it, how many times you hear a woman talk about paternity fraud as compared to when him talk about when fathers deport the house?
No, but
Yeah, but a man can't commit paternity fraud.
So the thing
That's
you know,
impossible.
No, but the
This,
thing is,
You can't commit paternity fraud.
But you just show you 3 points a while ago, you know.
3 points.
Because you say because society always tells men that most of the things that they do are wrong. Them
They
can't
don't justify it.
trying to justify it would make sense because at the end of the day the society will still look on you in a bad light anyways.
Yeah, which is why I say
But because society don't look on women as angelic creatures, they can't do no wrong. That's why when them do something wrong and
Them
they're
get
aware of
judged
it,
even
they have
harsher.
to try and justify
Justify
it.
it because it's deemed as wrong.
Exactly.
what I'm trying to say is that society come up with harder, like you get trained more as a man.
For cheating?
Yeah, for cheating, yeah.
No.
No, moon say that.
No,
No.
man.
Alright, here's why I wouldn't say that. And let's add on to Nicholas and Ricky's points. The biological aspect is one thing, you know, but if you bring into the whole picture the religious aspect, from the dawn of time, religion has always been centered around
Is it cheating
family as a
though, or
unit
is it having multiple?
and a woman not being able to step outside of that because of the biological risks that involved in that.
I remember
That's
telling
Moody said cheating
Because-
because having multiple women.
No, but wait.
no, but-
usually cheating requires you having multiple women.
Well, more than one woman, essentially.
Cheating.
Outside of the premise of a marriage or a
serious relationship.
monogamous
We can't really
relationship.
say cheating
Yeah.
because all of the women understand say, yo, this are the man, this are the like King Solomon and such other man we say about woman, so we can't call it cheating. As really and truly remember back in the days, kings in a certain societies were allowed to have multiple.
It was
But
normalized.
that's
yeah.
technically
It was-
not really
because
cheating
it was
because
polygamous, so-
they're legally they're part of a polygamous marriage.
Exactly, so that's what I say, like cheating overall, if a man cheat on a woman,
We're talking within the premise of a we're talking within the
No.
premise of a committed relationship. Why is there that double
Remember,
standard there?
but you say
when
not
they-
a flat, but then
Yeah.
men get praised for being jealous. How is that?
But no, but being a jealous and cheating are two different things. Well, to a certain extent, because you have some jealous way, like, well,
Within the facets of a
like,
committed relationship, being a jealous.
because you know you have certain
technically
amount
cheating.
of committed relationship. I don't know, based on what I see, like, nowadays when they might glorify certain things, women do, where say, for example, now, a man having multiple women. We normally would get away with that. Nowadays, the woman might get praised for doing that.
Which women are getting praised?
Even if women not get praised for doing that.
Women not get praised.
No, they're getting praised for doing that by other women. But society as
Society
a
as a
whole.
whole now.
Society still ashamed.
Society
Yeah.
on a whole now
I
go
got-
praise
I
woman
mean-
for cheating. It's
Yeah.
only
When I see them
it's
get
only
praised, like,
A select group of
it's
women.
only
Yeah.
it's only women and it's usually a minority of women who
Yeah.
praise other women when them cheat on them man because them are say this is their form of retaliating against the generations of men cheating
when I
on
say
women and
get
this
to
and that.
normal, but like it's more acceptable.
It's more normalized now, but it's still
No,
it's
it's
still
not.
it's still
Normalized.
It's still stigmatized.
it's still a
No, but it's,
stigmatized.
it no
as
matter.
such,
Yeah, two things can be true at the same time. You know, it is more normalized and it's still
It's not
stigmatized.
normal. It will never be
It's
normalized.
normalized, bro. Like
Women
in a Western
cheating will never be
society,
normalized.
in Western, when I say like normalized,
Not even in Western culture.
No, I'm kind of have a
No,
point
trust me,
still, you know.
it's-
In Western
it's
cultures,
Yeah,
it's kind of
it's more normalized.
no
Yeah,
in
yeah.
2023
There's
becoming
a difference between
normalized.
a woman sleeping around because she don't have to sleep around in the confines of a relationship. You know. Once a woman have a relationship and cheating, should always be viewed as a oh. And you know, at the end of the day, women understand the stigma there. And the stigma is societal. So as much as they say, okay, a woman now get judged or say normalized, women cheating will never be normalized.
No,
Because a woman
whenever say them dog get judged, you know, what I'm saying is that
there's always gonna be that double standard.
Yeah, the double standard are always.
when I say it's like
As you rightfully say, it's more normalized now, but I don't think it's going to far out to a man cheating.
No,
We'll
no.
never reach that.
no, what I'm trying to say is it's not no
Yeah.
like what it term like an absolute thing.
Mhm.
But I notice say like for quite some time now, as I say, women can Cause remember, you know, brother. Remember, say back in the days, you know, that when a girl actually cheat, you can consider cheating. It's always most of the time, or half of the time.
Wait,
The man,
Wait a minute, what you say a while
never
ago?
do-
Back in
man
the
never do.
days, them
Never
never
do.
consider cheating.
no, me say like, me not mean like way back in the days, like last 10 years or so.
Mhm.
Me I tell you something me notice and people say.
Yeah.
Say if a woman will cheat on her man, she usually have the excuse of saying the man never do some. Sometimes usually the man beat them or.
No,
Oh, you mean if she step outside
No,
like our marriage or
No,
something?
but
no,
you
no,
say,
it's
wait,
the
you
man's-
say
it's
she
the
justifying
man's
it
fault.
doesn't remove the fact that she's being judged.
No, I'm not saying that she's not being judged. I'm saying based on me and other people notice back in the days. Even now, because I say the world will get more westernized. We are getting more westernized. So certain slackness, we are getting westernized to a certain extent, and not to the full extent, because we got always well into our tradition. But what I'm saying is that usually, when I say for the most part, we hear say if a woman, like if she step out her, no, not marriage, step out her relationship, if she go cheat on her man, people
justified.
normally say, oh, the man does something right, he does something wrong. That's what I'm saying. That's a fact.
No, yeah, but at the end of the day, that not remove the double standard.
No,
Alright.
I say
The
that.
double standard still exists.
Yeah,
you
I'm
know?
sure you have
Let's say
vibes.
like-
You see, when it comes down to cheating,
both our points, like
you see, when it comes down to
make it correct,
cheating,
you see. So
well, excluding the mere fact that you just have some ego people where them just see one nice looking person or just want to sleep around, it's a different. Ross is a guy. It's a different thing. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But at the root of it, people who cheat usually have a problem in them relationship. Why them cheat in the first place? It's just that the difference is with men, we not afraid for own up to the mere fact say we cheat. And somehow we would just be brazen enough to tell the woman say, oh well, I remember you used to wear the sexy nighty them or lingerie and we used to have sex and now you just are wearing big clothes and you now look sexy up for me and them thing there. Whereas woman them are gonna say about oh well he wasn't treating me well enough. Them not gonna say I cheat, them cheating.
exactly.
Them just are gonna blame you say you weren't doing what you were supposed to do.
You realize how
That's what I'm
we try
saying.
to change the perspective of what them do. I did not cheat. Means I did cheat. Why? Because a man will not say it's societally okay. Even a woman will accept your cheating. That's how bad it is. A woman will accept a man cheating.
It depends on the man. It really depends on the guy.
Well, yeah, that kind of true.
No, but wait, you have to understand.
Bro,
say,
every
the
single
more-
day a man cheat, you see it in the plane and
No,
you
wait
hear
now.
about the place.
No, wait now.
It depends on the kind
the
of
higher value you are, the more acceptable.
Yeah, social
Most man high value.
acceptability.
That's what I say. Most man I get
No,
flat.
but you have to understand, say, that
Well,
a girl is,
the
you have to
alright.
understand, say, who is the most valuable man in society? The man with the most girls.
But would I say the man with the most money still?
No, societal view, right? When a man have a lot of girls, him viewed as high value.
Right.
Maybe not to us, but society is. I mean, you see a guy, he can get women left, right, and center. Most
I
people,
go people gonna deal him as high value, but a rich man not gonna look on a man. A rich.
What about the average person?
Yeah,
Them are going to view
I
that way.
can't really to agree
But-
with that. Me just think say society looks at men as high value based on them net worth, not necessarily how much girl them have. Because you have enough girl you have enough brother where have enough girl, you know, but that not means society
Still
view
is,
them
man.
as valuable.
Still
Because
is.
at the end of the day, what them can do for
Exactly.
that can give back to society.
yeah,
The Michael Leachins,
The funny thing, though, the guys.
Issas, the male Issas, them
why
people
do they
they
get
were
so much
wealthy.
respect? Why do they get so much respect?
Because of them wealth.
No, I'm not talking about them, I'm talking about the men that can get a lot of women. Why they get so much respect?
Why them get so much respect.
It shows value in itself. A man has to be valuable. But here's the thing, a lot of the guys where you are talking about doing Ricky, the one in where you call the, I guess you can say the dirty gallis or the low quality gallis, those guys tend to be more low key with them thing. In the sense that you're not gonna see them and walk with 3-4 different girls one time. Them just do a thing behind closed doors. Over this up. The Michael Leachins, the ones who are more out in the public kind of thing, you see them on the yacht with a whole heap of girls and the celebrities essentially. Those are the quote unquote gallies where
You
people
have different kind of,
tend
you
for
have different kind of girls still, and you have the money where, like, because of money, status and fame, them get girls, like, naturally flock to them. But then have the money where they have as much wealth, but because maybe looks or your charm, get them and
But people are always, you see, if you're able to get a lot of women, people are gonna respect it.
It looks valuable.
Well,
looks valuable.
I mean, yeah,
There's a
but
reason
more,
why
more can't, more,
biological.
more than really say society on a whole. I go say them. I go respect
Even
you
women
over
praise
somebody who is wealthy. A man who is wealthy, who's gone many years, built his business, created a wealth for
Well, no,
himself.
I think he's just referring to intrinsic
No,
value.
we're not
So intrinsically,
comparing them.
people
What I'm
will
saying
look
is a
at him.
society does view
Yeah.
that person. And just as how
Yeah, intrinsic
you
value.
can build a building where it supply food to a lot of homeless people
Mm.
versus a man have a supermarket, right? You guys are viewed as valuable. Just as if they can view a person that have a lot of girls as valuable too. So people view that as valuable.
All right.
Yeah, because he's
So
able
that's
to
a necessary comparison.
garner a lot of
Okay.
valuable, quote
But
unquote
he will
valuable
get
resources.
respect due to that. It's
Yeah.
like
Oh.
it's like how a guy work out and he get respect because he work out.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
He did not necessarily provide any
Because it
tangible
shows some
value,
kind of value,
but
some kind of
people
intrinsic
view
value.
it as
Yeah.
Because an African market.
But then a woman that can have a lot of men will never be viewed as
Yeah, because alright, here's another thing on that point, just to kind of wrap this up. Females, the reason why females will never be seen as valuable when they have a lot of guys is because, and it's been a thing, you know, in modern society, you know, people like Andrew Tate and guys like that kind of popularize this whole theory. But essentially, the theory is that women are born with their value, men have to gain their value.
Yeah.
So they start out with nothing, they have to gain things in life. A woman starts out with everything and she has more to lose. A woman gets men, we have to look women. You understand? So she's not going to, when she gets in relationships, they're not as valuable as when a man gets in them. Because she just gets in relationships. Her value in a relationship is her ability to hold on to a valuable man. That's her value. Not her ability to get men. You understand? Because men approach her every day.
Exactly.
But does she show the right qualities to hold on to a valuable man? That's the thing.
Yeah, and
So yeah, the whole dynamic works differently for
So
them.
I'm saying double standard. Okay, you can't men cheating and woman cheating.
Yeah, it's not the same thing. It's not,
It's not
the same.
thing.
Not the same. So the double standard will
But-
always be there.
Yeah.
Just to close out on it, in general, cheating don't accept,
It's
don't
not.
keep somebody,
Yeah.
don't stay in a cheating relationship because it never works out. The Bible even say it. If a wife cheats on her husband, he should divorce her. The Bible does say that. I think it's in Leviticus or something like that. So if she cheats, that is grounds for you to get divorced. See, likewise for the man as well.
Yeah, exactly.
And if she marries somebody else, he's basically committing a sin as well because he take up a harlot, he take up an adulterer. So he's no better than her for taking her up for cheating on her husband.
Yeah. So segueing into the next aspect of this topic now, or the second question. So, why do you guys think there's a double standard as far as abuse, whether verbal or physical abuse, present in a lot of monogamous relationships, as far as women are concerned? Why is there that double standard there? Why is it acceptable for a woman to hit a man,
Can I go
get
first?
verbally abusive with him?
Alright, the first thing is that let's focus on Jamaica for a little while.
Mhm.
Jamaica always love for gaslight men in general, in virtually everything. For say, man have muscle, man built tough. And yes, we are built tough. But that don't mean say you're supposed to beat on somebody because them built tough. You get what I say?
Exactly.
Because it don't mean say the man might not have feelings or might like being beaten even though he's a man.
Exactly.
Because the thing where enough Jamaican women not understand is that them can't control them temper and them can't control themselves. Like if you ever realize, if you're like say for example you play around with a girl, you run some gimmicks. Is what I say? She will slap you.
Very hard.
Very hard too.
Yes.
You get what I say?
Yeah.
But make you ever do that when she run gimmicks with you?
Yes.
It turn out in a whole war. You get what I say?
Yeah.
So really and truly, it's just going back to societal norms and standards. It's just the mere fact that the culture. If you see a woman beating on a man, nobody take it as nothing. But make it the other way around.
Exactly. Reverse is
Everything
completely
just turn out.
unacceptable.
Oh, it's a woman beater.
Yeah.
Wicked man. And this and that. You
Lock
get
him
what I
up.
say?
Yeah.
I think it's more of a case of the fact that remember women are raised in a way differently than us, So women get less penalized for bad behavior.
The culture.
So when a woman says something very negative, she not get physically harmed. We know we have to watch our mouths because not that women, we don't ever worry about women, other men. Because if you say the wrong thing, somebody will actually fight you. If
and even from a younger age, the parents penalize the boy more than the girl.
No, we don't even talk about the parents now.
Because it starts from a tender age.
You just start from society.
Yeah.
We ought not say it can't certain things. Or else you want if you go somewhere and you say something, you expect to be in a fight. It's easier to reach in a fight than a woman. A woman can say, example, say you're on public transportation, woman somebody drive for the like. Driver probably curse could be caught at you. If you say something with the driver don't like, somebody's gonna die. So men now have a more there's more weight in our
scrutinized
words.
more harshly.
No man, it's not scrutinized enough. It's that our actions carry more weight. So if me say something to him versus a girl something, him less I can forget
trigger.
But if a guy say something, test the man with, so because our mouths are more penalized.
And even when you do a woman, you're seen as violent.
Our words are scrutinized and our actions are scrutinized harder than women. We learn how to basically control our emotions because we have to. Because unless you want to be fighting with everybody you come in contact with, we have to learn to control ourselves more. So women don't live by that same standard. A woman is not scrutinized hard for her words, so she's more like to say things, do things, where in a man's world you get slapped for that.
Socially unacceptable,
yeah. People say the reason why is because an average men are typically stronger.
No, it's just yes, but the idea is a more culture.
Yeah, because that's
culture. Because you have to understand it.
No, but the idea
comes from the principle.
Some cultures,
to a certain extent, when I say absolute, to a certain extent, it does come from the culture. So because man naturally is stronger and bigger, hence why we tend to get more as we say, if a man our words and our actions are scrutinized
heavily, yeah.
I believe that's a part of the reason. It is.
Yeah.
It is a part of the reason.
No, but an idea of flip on the culture because in certain cultures men beating women is not viewed as negative.
Like which culture?
Well, like in Islam and some places you do find it's normal a wife get out of place. You have to put her back in her place, essentially.
And plus just the whole advent of feminism.
So you have understand the women. You see, like in our culture, a woman can get out of place.
Yeah,
certain cultures she can.
It's a complete opposite here. A woman's supposed to put her man in place, I think. Keep up with certain things, essentially.
So it's a cultural thing more than necessarily a physical or biological thing.
But don't you think?
I say it does play a part,
Don't you think?
I guess biology does play some role.
Because of the biology, it influences the culture.
Exactly.
But all culture get influenced on the biology differently than our next culture, where a woman can't certain things, a woman have to basically be completely obedient.
Funnily, a quick side note on that same exact question. I honestly feel like this is probably one of the main. I'm not going to say this is the main reason. I'm not at any point in time going to ever justify a man putting his hands on a woman unless he's literally in danger or he's trying to protect somebody.
Yeah,
but don't you guys think that there's the reason why there's a lot of domestic violence, especially in a country like Jamaica where people tend to be more on the violent side, trigger happy side, everybody and them brother are bad people type of vibe. Don't you think the reason why there's so much domestic violence is because women don't know when to stop back down? Yeah, they don't know when to stop.
Yeah.
They say the most, they do the most.
No, I'm telling you
think that it's okay
to
the point where
you have to understand that human beings, human beings, if we could get out anything, we would do anything. That is the issue. Humans naturally have to push the boundaries of what they say they can get in.
Yeah.
Because if you know if you can go there and steal something and nobody says nothing, you're more likely to do it again and again and again. Even if one day you get slapped on the wrist, you've been doing the bad behavior so long. As far as you're concerned, this is not wrong.
But I'm going to tell you something. You see, when it comes on to women in relationships, especially black women, no, I'm going to get attacked for this, but I'm not here. You see, black women are the biggest bullies in relationships, Hey, you ever see when a black woman attack to her man when she heated?
Sure.
You ever notice it? She dog him up. One time, hey, I remember one time when me and my brethren there were on campus. I was spot one couple, one tall guy and one short girl. On Rex Pine over there. So. And you want to see how shorty I deal with the brother, you know. And in her face and everything. And bossy just did it calm and I say,
Docile.
brother, you can just swipe him on one time and she a floor she there, you know. You see me? And she go on the most way she box the man too. And the man not do nothing. And I say, look on this.
No, I just the fact that women die. You think a man can do that to you?
No, of course not.
Exactly.
I guess what, man.
No, but here's the thing. Here's the thing about it. You see, because of how society stay and society likes to defend women when any kind of physical altercation happens, a lot of women will take advantage of that and try to bully men, try to assert themselves on men. Even some guys that are obviously twice themselves and can easily floor them.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Like a pancake.
Some very dangerous men too. You see what I'm
But
saying?
in them life on the spot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You see me? Y'all have girl
Even some gunman too.
purposely there with some bad man, some gunman.
Yeah, and them a
You
bad
see
them
what I'm
up.
saying? And I bad them up. And them not even know say the man them kill them. We kill them 2-2, you know, if them talk to them.
No, them
too
know,
hard.
you know, but because them know they can get away with it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But let me tell you something. You see, when it comes down to relationships, enough of the time, when it comes down to arguments, enough time a woman a push the argument, you know, because when an altercation a go on or a disagreement between a man and a woman, the man will try to, yo, just done it, no, just done it. She a go there in your ears. She nah shut up. And you there, you try to breeze her off. Some of them will follow back at the man and continue the argument
I'll
same way, you know.
start chucking on them thing there.
Yeah, exactly. You see what me I say?
And next thing too, and when I say the majority is a small minority of women, dog. I see it for myself. I grow up and see enough women who say them want them man beat them. I have a virgin.
If him no beat him, no love him.
Yeah, in the day with this, one of my virgin them mother, two of them like, you know, deal, and then me here say like running in the streets, I should left him. Cause I actually see she fight her brother before, you know, like with knife and stab up and everything. So I say she look like she actually like very physical. She left my virgin because you never physically, you know, like put him on for her.
This is what she's
Like,
accustomed to. It's like if she's not
When I say
going through
majority
some
of
form of
people,
violence, her life now.
It's a
No,
very
no,
small
man.
minority of women.
No, it's
Yeah.
a very small
You
man.
wouldn't say-
I don't have the stats about that.
You would be surprised the amount of
But
women I've
you
seen
know, just me
in
though,
abusive
like,
relationships.
yeah.
And when they not talk just physically, you know.
Yeah.
I know women who live off verbal abuse from a
Yeah.
man. If him not talk shit to her and all them things, she not comfortable.
You know much
she
man
not,
me know.
you know the nice talking and the
No, but
sweet
I've
guy.
met
She
women
wants
that
some.
actually say
Mhm.
to
So
be
them
in
want
a
to
relationship
couple
long term, but the guy just can't see.
That
Exactly.
are true
And she will
still.
complain
Because
about
That's
it.
a true still.
Stockholm
Woman
Yeah.
will stay long in a toxic relationship, you know.
Yeah.
Out of them say them love the man. More with the abuse, them
Exactly.
can't left the man because them say them love the man. And this and that.
And this is why women need to grow up with their fathers, and not just fathers, not absentee fathers, fathers that are playing a role in raising them into being well-respected women. This is the importance of having good parenting in homes. Alright, so final aspect of this topic now, or the last question on this topic.
Last one at least.
Yes, sir. Why do you guys think that nowadays men are viewed as, or men are expected to be more traditional, while women should be more quote-unquote modern? Our traditional woman is viewed in a negative light. Why is that the case?
Because
And I understand that in
Social
Yeah.
media.
I'm gonna say social media to some extent,
Apart,
but I think because women now are working, so a lot has changed. A woman role has changed. You know, less fathers in our homes. You know, so a traditional man is needed more than ever because there's usually none. Because as much as we can say, women have changed their roles. Men have basically they have been leaving their roles.
Mm-hmm.
Men leaving the houses. You know, men starting to clean more.
Mm-hmm.
You know, one time it's hard to find a man that can cook. No, apparently every man can cook.
Yeah, cook, clean, wash everything.
You know, so men
Women
are
used
leaving
to
their
do-
roles.
yeah.
You know, but the thing is, women have been gaining more. What's that word? Is that word? Rights.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, a woman can now
That's the rights.
work. So that the dynamic of a woman's life have changed so much.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but that's the dynamic.
Women cannot be, they can't have the same role anymore.
But funnily enough, I think the two most important traditional roles, you just mentioned cooking, clean, all of that. I feel like those are just basic human necessities at this point.
Exactly.
But you have answers
you know,
to the way that?
wouldn't you say the most important traditional roles both genders will play? For a man, it's providing for his home, or protection, I should say, for his home, right? Leading a home. For the woman, it's caring for the home. Basically, she's the manager, he's the CEO, in a sense. That dynamic has worked since the dawn of time. So wouldn't you say those are the more traditional roles that
But then you have arguing.
people don't want to play anymore?
No, what people can't play them anymore. Because remember, women are working, who in schools? Men are not in schools.
Mm-hmm.
Men are not, what men are doing? Men are basically, right now, men are losing in life, Men don't want to go to school. All they want to do is sit down, play a game.
The incel culture is now a thing. We're stepping outside of
no
that.
one thing, But you have to understand, men don't want, you see, the higher levels of education,
Mm-hmm.
men aren't going for that. A man leave school, just want to work on a construction site, do some form of labor work with one low skill, low paying labor work, like work on a site or do some form of landscaping work, very low skill, low quality work, which lead women in all the high paying jobs. So then, how can a woman have the same gender role when she is now the one making more money?
Here's the thing about it. I can agree with some points where they come with. You see, before, up to about 50 years ago, back when feminism was just starting out, women fighting for their rights to work, be eligible to the same kind of jobs that men are working and being eligible to the same kind of pay that men are getting. You get what I say? Before that, women were stay at home, take care of the home, take care of the kids, make sure so the man come home to him food and him meal and everything. But apparently, women back then probably might have seen a problem with that, especially with the whole unevenness in society, where men are getting the benefit of working and getting a pay or whatever. Because before it was just restrictions. No woman couldn't get, women couldn't even become neurosurgeons or doctors. You get what I'm saying? And women saw something wrong with that. So them fight for them rights for be able to be on par with men. Fine and dandy. Fast forward 50 years later to 2023, women are now eligible to be in the same jobs and get the same pay as men. But the women of 2023 are looking back 50 years ago because some of them grow with them traditional mothers. Some of them grow with them very traditional grandmothers. So when them hear them grandmothers about how them grandfather bring in him pay and give him grandmother all of him pay, they might expect the same thing from men in 2023.
Different era.
It no work like that.
Yeah, the dynamic has changed.
Now that you're working, you spend your own money, I keep my own money. That is how it works in 2023 now. Man, I say nothing wrong. If you want to be a stay-at-home mom and you meet a guy that agrees with that arrangement, that is fine.
Yeah, and the dynamic has changed, which is why me personally, I don't really argue on this whole traditional role thing as much as I used to. Because when you really look at the bigger picture, you realize that things have moved away from the original concept that people were used to.
Look at it this way. And why on earth the two of us can work and one of us working? You realize if you're not one decides to go build a life together, you can move more.
But you know the joke with that, and I like that they bring up that point. We live in a modern era now, which means that
it's more equal. There's a lot more equality.
Not just that, which means that women can still play their traditional roles, like the motherly role, still at home role, whilst also working. What they call it when you work from home? Remotely. She can work remotely, which means that she doesn't have to leave the house. So she can still do our motherly roles, rearing children, taking care of the home and stuff like that. Take care of her husband and all of that. You understand? While she's still making money. But you know what I've seen, and I'm not going to say this is all women, but a lot of women are of the mindset now that there's this selfishness when it comes on to the money dynamic.
But so as Ricky saying,
my money is ours.
They're looking at a past era and basically fantasizing.
Now that's the thing. They're not the same.
Because
They're two different dynamics. Mhm.
Also, you have to consider that the reality now isn't bad then, and we may say, oh, these are problems,
Mhm.
but women's, oh, if I was just a stay-at-home mom, a lot of these women cannot be stay-at-home moms.
Oh,
Because-
we know that.
But no, we're not. It's
They,
not, we're
they
not
weren't cultured into being
not
able
just
to,
that, you know.
to
But
take
not
that
just that, you know.
on.
You have
Yeah.
to understand, say, every segment of life has its own set of problems. So a lot of people do fantasize about, oh, I don't have to work anymore.
Mhm.
When really and truly is that as a why were women fighting to work so bad back then?
Mhm.
That is the question they must ask and understand where they were coming from. Remember, you know, women wanted to work. You know, women didn't want to sit at home and just do house labor.
No, I not think them never want to
I
sit
think
at
it's more
home
just a
and not
case
do
of
house
having
labor.
more
It
rights.
is more of, and this is why Maga always says sometimes women are just jealous of men because women see men in certain positions in their jobs, how them are run off the thing, save lives and this and that. And women back then, them did want to be able to can do the same thing. You see what I say? Because men back then, they took up leadership roles and roles that played a major impact in society and the infrastructure of a nation. You get what I say? So a lot of them probably felt so prideful that them feel like say they can contribute the same thing and even more than what men can do. That's what a lot of them come with. A lot of it is really pride, you know. I'm not say none of them not really to agree with it.
And also not pride
you know,
about money.
that's very true because
money.
I would say that what the whole feminist thing has done, they're giving them rights and everything, it's open doors for them. They have options now. Every human has a right to have options to do as they please. So if a marriage ends between a man and a woman, she has her own money, she can leave the marriage without having to run off with all the money.
And the next thing,
every era has different advantages.
That's what I'm saying.
But you know one of the big one of the biggest disadvantages that have come up in this era, it's the what they call the hookup culture. We're now in a hookup culture where things like contraceptions and stuff like that has basically opened doors for women to be what they call it? Sexual revolution. Basically, women have the ability to step outside of relationships. They're more comfortable with cheating. They're more comfortable with having sex with a lot of guys and stuff like that. We're in a completely different era now. You know, children are thrown from left to right because abortion is not a thing. So this new era has its set of problems. I said the same as last era. Last era, women had many
What I
options.
say is that women
Every
keep
era.
looking back at the past with rose-colored lenses.
Exactly.
Yes.
This idea is,
Because-
if I can sit at home and be oppressed by a man,
Mhm.
it is better than working.
and as we say,
Even
Maga
though
still go back to the mere fact that
it's oppressive. Work.
I still go back to the mere fact of
Wait.
it's the
No, me I say no. You say since I'm a fantasize about the stay-at-home wife thing, why them a complain say it was so oppressive towards them? You get me? Yeah. You
Oh,
like cake and
yeah,
eat it
that's
too.
true.
And the thing is, you know, why is it that women subject men to traditional gender roles, but they don't want to follow it too?
because it have a benefit them.
Yeah, benefit them more, yeah, just
And as we say, it's
Yeah,
always
sure.
going to go back to a selfish and a prideful stance. When you look back 50 years ago, you realize your grandfather, your grandparents, and whole heap of parents own them own home, buy them own home, work and can buy them own home.
Mhm.
The whole of we there in our 20s, you feel like say we can do the same thing like our parents could
With
have
the
done back
current
then.
dynamic, hell no.
The current
Average
dynamic,
person
no
can't
for
do
we
that.
still live with the parents at 19, some we are 30.
Average
And
person
still
can't do
live with
that.
the parents. We can't afford homes like that because
Yeah.
the economy is just way too expensive.
Exactly.
You get what I say?
Different,
And then
that's
on
the
top
most
of it too,
important part,
you have to understand say with the rising prices and the standards of living, you get what I say? You can't expect say one household with two people, a man and a woman, and only one of them at work, one of them a bust them ass every day, go out
Yeah.
for look the money, and the next one is at home and expecting someone to come and provide for that home. It can't work like that in 2023 anymore.
The
Sorry,
dynamic-
but that are just the sad reality of it.
Dynamic
Ricardo,
can't work anymore.
But I
They
say
can't
about
work.
thousands of women on here out of them out say, even though them have been PhD and them masters and them have make much money.
Exactly.
When them get married,
some of them,
become a
no,
state.
No, but that's-
I know for them say that you know.
no,
that's the problem.
That are the thing
You know
about
what
it
they
too.
say,
You have to
give a lot of
understand, say,
them
enough of them,
option.
enough of the demands what them say them want it
Yeah.
not make sense. So why did you go to school to get a master's degree? Some of them with a PhD just to be a stay-at-home
They say more
mom.
than 1,000 women.
No,
say
because
that.
because
Only
because
for
it's
them,
it's playing on their ego. Getting a degree is a part of their ego.
But it's a waste of time.
They don't care about the monetary gain.
So what's the point of feminism then?
Because all right,
No, but you have to understand.
let's be
No,
honest.
but as
Let's
I
be honest
said
here for a
before,
second.
it's called
Let's be honest here for a second. And this is
When I say feminism is not about significant role.
No, what I say just.
but this is not even a sexist stereotype that I'm even bringing up right now. This is just biological facts. Men were built to work. We have
Yeah.
more endurance, we have more mental endurance, we have more stamina, we're stronger. We were built to work for 40 or more hours a week. Hell, we can work 60 hours a week and not complain. Give the average woman that, pure problem.
No,
and it's
no.
not just because
But that is what them fight for.
and it's not just because they're lazy, you know. It's also because they weren't built for that.
I would
Nicholas,
disagree.
You understand? It's because
you wanna know why? But don't disagree with that?
Mm.
Because statistics show that niggas work more hours than women. In
Way
America,
more,
that
way
is.
more.
They work
No,
more.
we have to understand.
And we're more
You have
likely to
to
take up
understand.
certain jobs
You
and
have to
stuff like
understand.
that.
Most
The reason why
more
we-
physically demanding jobs and they work more hours. And
Yeah, but you know nurse work.
Mm.
You know how hard nurse work is.
Yeah, but
Yeah, when I say-
that's
when I say-
that's
So,
a
no, what may I say?
No, we are saying
That's a nurture. That's a nurturing role.
No, but the nurturing
No,
are
when I
not
say
nurturing.
nurturing.
work hard, you know, when
So
I say
women
don't
do
work hard,
work
we
for
have to
a
work
lot
hard.
of hours.
It-
We are, let me tell you, we are built for certain jobs. Women are built for other jobs.
No, that's the
It's
point.
not about
That's the point I'm trying
who
to
are
make.
built for labor.
So hold on, the
Statistically
problem
showing-
is yes,
statistically
alright, you
showing
bring up the
Nicholas,
point
we do work
about
more hours.
you bring up the point about do you know how long nurses work? Do you know how long a soldier works?
No,
Exactly.
Do you know
but
the shit that a soldier has to
No,
go
I'm
through?
saying that.
How many
I'm
more
saying
men
that women,
in the army than
humans,
women? Like,
no. Humans
we go up on the
were
battlefield.
built to suffer. We're built to work. Whenever built to sit down, let's do nothing. Humans are not built for that. Each of us built to work. So say that
What
woman is
what
not
have no? What I'm
In
saying
different
is
all of
No,
our
him never
roles.
The
dare
type of
say
work I'm
women
talking
are
about.
him never dare say women are
Not more
built to work.
physically
He's
intensive
talking-
things.
He's
That's
saying
what I'm
that
talking
men
Mhm.
have a greater capacity to work.
Physical jobs.
Physical
Inside
Yeah.
they do work
But
more
then
physical jobs.
are not women jobs.
No, even then, that's the point I'm trying to make.
Which is why more men work more physical jobs with 10
And the reason why
and more dangerous jobs.
and then one of the things that I feel like if it is a statistics where more men work longer hours is because more depending on us financially than a woman. Remember, a woman can have a second income as a man. Who are we going to depend on?
But that's the thing. They
Yeah.
have certain advantages, and then they also have the women also have the burden of children, which also puts them in a disadvantageous position to even do those hours. That's the next.
No.
So
yeah,
biological
you
restrictions.
look on that one-sided, brother.
No, man,
Because it's
there are
not-
biological restrictions.
If you're looking at a healthy home
Mhm.
with two adults, a man and a woman, and the two of them have pitney,
Mhm.
and the two of them are take care of the pitney.
Oh, that is true.
You understand me?
Yeah.
Society promote too much of this foolishness about how women have to take care of children. So
The
there are
dynamic is
homes,
one-sided.
there
That's
are
the problem.
homes, and
Yeah.
this is how me know it's supposed to go.
Mhm.
Yeah, the two parents them supposed to complain about the equal shared job of taking care of the child.
Egalitarian
You get what me I say?
Like
Mhm.
back in Africa.
Too much people, especially the black culture, promote this. Only the woman take care of the pitney.
It's
And
one-
that is the reason why so much of this foolishness are going right now.
Yeah, it's one-sided.
You see me I say?
Yeah, very much so.
If you're in a home with a man and a woman, the two of them have 2 children, right? And yes, the man will go out and work and take care of his home and his family. Alright. The woman she'll go do as much as she can. Alright, let's talk about 2023 because this is the time that we're in right now. We're not talking about 1950. We never born them time there. We weren't
Yeah.
even conceived or thought about them
We
time
don't
there.
have no experience.
But-
so, yeah.
This day and age, you understand me? Man and woman are work. Especially knowing say women fought to be able to work. So now
Precisely.
you're looking at the mere fact that you're both equally sharing the same kind of responsibilities. To have to wake up 6 o'clock, 5 o'clock a morning, get ready, put on the clothes, go on a job by 8 o'clock. Gonna leave work 5. Zine, if you have a child or children, you're going to leave them with daycare or the nanny. Somebody that you can trust. You get what I say? When you come home now, you have time for your children. Women get maternity leave for them, can get time off, or can, give birth and have time for recover and it's also a period of the mother sharing a bond, that initial bond with the child as well. You see what I say? And now, since Jamaica start make sense, men are getting paternity leave for this very same purpose. They get what I say, if we can take care and raise them child. You see what I say? This is 2023 now. It is not 1950, it is not 1960 anymore. Get out of that frame of mind. You were not born in that time. Now is the time where you and your man are work. In this economy, one paycheck can't cut it for raise a family.
And I think a lot of people viewing the minority like, oh, I want a man trade. But statistically speaking, how many men can actually provide for a household all by himself?
Yeah, not in this economy.
Not in this economy.
Average person.
Not in this world.
So when a woman gonna say she want that kind of man, she's talking about a man
30% or less.
30,
probably 5%.
Probably not in a Jamaica.
5%.
No, it's about Jamaican side.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, Jamaica.
Probably 5% of men can
5% of men can actually.
Can
And if
take
you
care
have
of
him, raising a household by himself, that household is gonna go down in the
Trust me.
Yeah, you understand me? And
because you can imagine your paycheck going for you, your woman, and your child, and plus you.
Yeah.
when you look upon
A lot of
it,
debt.
how much is it?
It's a family too.
You have let's go back to the very same nuclear family dynamic. Let's work out the bills. Let's say you have 2 children. On average, people have 2 picnic.
Yeah.
You need a 2-bedroom house, right? With a rooms that are big enough. 1 bedroom for you and your wife or your baby mother and them thing there. And the next room big enough for have 2 beds for you for your 2 children. You see what I say? When I live in America, the picnic them now get them separate room. 1 bedroom, the 2 of them are sleeping at it. How much is it for rent a 2-bedroom house? Possibly a 2-bathroom.
On average in Jamaica, would I say probably 35-40 grand.
What?
On average.
Bro, we're up on 60.
Remember everywhere. No, everywhere uptown, you know. So we just say the average community in Jamaica.
So yeah, look for raise your picnic now and get up.
No, not ghetto. I'm saying not everywhere in Jamaica.
You live in
uptown.
where you live, brother.
No, I'm not talking about that. I'm just saying not everywhere in Jamaica is uptown. As in everywhere not expensive. Most places in Jamaica have average.
No, most of 60.
But I say 40.
Bro,
let
me tell you something.
40.
Let me tell you. The only place you can go in Kingston, where you live, where the whole of we live, right? Well, except you, because I sent out myself. You will go and get them kind of prices in the ghetto. Do you really want to raise your kids in the ghetto?
No, wait a minute.
That's what I say. Average place in Jamaica country. So the average place in Jamaica now got more than 40.
But at the average we are talking about.
We're not talking about
average
Kingston.
average 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom.
About country.
In the whole of Jamaica we are talking average.
When you're about country, you now get list a 2-bedroom place on 50.
Exactly. Less than 50?
Yes.
Even in a Sunday.
No, here what I say, no, a 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom. I just say a while ago, you know, you're not getting no
2-bathroom?
Yeah.
No man, who use 2-bathroom?
What? Really? When you have 2 picnic, you think 1 bathroom for 4 people?
And that most people use that.
No, you're a madman, man. If we talk about sensible things,
yeah, that's expensive.
2-bedroom, 2-bathroom.
Yeah.
Wait, we say 1 bathroom.
Yeah, let's be realistic. Most people now have 2 bathrooms anymore.
Alright. Let's work on the money.
I say 50. Just 50.
Yeah, work with 50.
50?
Yeah.
Boy, man, I tell you, say, alright, 50, 55. Cool. You have your light bill. And if you have pitney, don't expect say you're going to get no cheap light bill, you know. Pitney have 15 grand.
At least.
Then you have cable and internet.
And water.
And people are coming.
How much that will come up to?
So that's about cable and internet about 10 grand.
Yeah.
Cable and internet are 10 grand. So that are 55 plus 15, that are what? 70 plus 10.
Whenever talk about food.
Groceries now are 4 more. Groceries now are 4 more for feed. 4 more for
30 grand. What? 30, 40 grand. For the month.
For 4 months for feed? No man, your family are go hungry. You look on somewhere close to like maybe 45, 50 grand for 4 people eat.
For the month?
For the month, me I
50
tell you
grand?
about.
Yeah.
For the month.
50.
You feel say things cheap?
No, me I think about it. Because
often
Yeah, but
You
that's-
have eat lunch, breakfast, and dinner. You know?
but that's
Exactly.
about 50 grand.
50 plus the 85, that's how much?
No, 90, 80 with them, man.
85 plus the 30.
About the water.
I mean the 50.
So that's well, about 125.
120, no man, that's about
135.
130 something.
135.
135.
Water bill.
You see
You
me?
mentioned that before.
What, $5,000?
5 to...
Yeah, 5,000.
With Pitney?
Internet
Yeah.
bill.
With Pitney?
Yeah.
With Pitney?
Eat that already.
I'm gonna say 7,000.
Yeah. So you looking at
Just say one fat.
You spend
so you're looking at expenses
And the car and them things.
upwards in the range of
If them-
probably
No, wait on.
If them
One
include that.
fat plus some form of bus fare.
on bus
Bus fare
fare
for
and
the
for give Pitney lunch money. You look on a budget of probably...
So the kids them we look an extra 30 grand for 2 of them for the month.
When you not take into account them like school fee and them things, you know.
No, we never get
all
this.
that
idea.
too. All
Yeah,
that
it's just
Clothes and all them foolishness.
Health
You get
care
what
and
I-
all them
all
stuff.
that too. You look on something over 200,000 for the
Triple that,
month.
double that.
An average person make what, 70 grand for the month? 60,
You
70
get,
grand
you
for
get
the
what I
month?
say?
Yeah.
And let's say
So
for
you know, say
example,
alone, them a take out.
let's say for example, you have the only person at work is the man,
Yeah.
and let's say he's a manager. Let's say a Sagicor, he might make maybe 250, somewhere close to 300,000. Zine?
Another average man you talk.
No, I talk about this hypothetical family.
Oh.
I'm not talking about the average man.
Okay.
I talk about one household, and is only the man I work.
Yeah, middle circle.
When you look at all of those expenses, that is too much burden on just one person alone.
Wait now, you're lucky if you get 250 out of tax.
Yeah, all that too.
After tax.
After tax, all
Which
that
means
too.
you look and probably the man roughly have to make 300k gross. Of a gross at 300 and over
Exactly
350 gross, because if I understand, say the more money you make, the bigger you get tax.
The tax.
So once you pass 90,
One,
you start your income
once
tax.
them
And
say,
income tax,
I think them said per annum, once it go over 1.5 mil, there's income tax being deducted.
yeah man, once you make 90 and up, income tax. And
Yeah,
income tax.
because the
Income
average I
with
make
it?
400.
With it?
And after taxing, you get about 250. 150,000 I got in the government pocket.
Yeah. So so that hypothetical family, and this we are talking about on average with a decent home and the man alone at work and in a one decent job. You see what I say?
You go to school and everything.
That is
And
not
that's
a realistic scenario. You get what I say?
Oh, wait,
And then
he
on top of
must
it,
come from a rich family because in idea he might be a back student loan.
all that too. Because some people have some student loan where they might pay 15, 10 years. You see what I say? So them have all of those
So
expenses.
then when do you get time for beat this guy?
and then
with
on top of it,
you gonna treat your woman? She not getting none.
And we're talking about the most ideal situation. Yeah. So the
Yeah.
average person now do none of them.
so when you look at all of them situations that and the budget for take care of your expenses, oh yeah, I forgot car and car
No, she must
insurance.
man.
If
She
you-
must
No, that are for Pitney go school.
If you're crazy enough,
you mentioned car
most
expenses.
people take out car
No,
loan.
I never mentioned it.
The average Jamaican take out a car.
Car,
Especially
No,
oh,
we never mentioned it.
oh, but I never did factor it in on the
How much
budget.
did he calculate us?
We never did calculate it.
Exactly. So you never
Alright.
calculate.
I have to pay
Insurance.
for car loan and you have to pay for the insurance
And gas.
every month. And gas.
Fix them season.
You get what I
No,
say?
alright, we're not even gonna consider as the car. Just put gas in the
The
car.
average person in a bag of debt. Let's just put it that way.
Yeah. So when you really look upon it, it is unrealistic in 2023 for women to think that men alone supposed to support the family and work every day.
And
And
no,
then
no,
on
no,
top
no,
of
no,
it,
no.
no, hold
Yeah,
on, no, hold
yeah.
on, no. Them on top of it, you have some of them are stress out the brother too, you know.
Exactly.
Come up with arguments and I say,
no,
oh, the
peace and
baby
that.
leave him and this and that.
No, and
Yeah.
that. We're not even consider say the man need to make she live a good life.
Exactly. Need to please her.
She need to go take out,
Go
go nice
on
places.
Just triple the money, man.
Need to spend
Family
time with-
vacations.
Exactly. Spend
700K
time with
a month.
children.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So when I hear man say about how them now go do them something there, or the man when man say them now go do them something there, you can't wrong them because that is too much pressure on
They
the
can't.
women
women
go
person
find
No,
them.
alone.
it's not too much pressure. They can't afford it.
Yeah. but it will lead to too much pressure.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You see what I say?
Yeah, we're high stress economy.
So-
Essentially.
So,
Yeah.
what is the sense in, and then you have to look upon the mere fact that for those first wave feminists that fought for the freedom and the rights of women, you have to look upon the
They
mere
live a
fact
different
that
life.
2023
Yeah,
women
privilege.
is basically
Most
a
of them-
big slap in the face to
Most
those
them
kind of
white,
women, you know.
privileged.
And he cancel this,
Upper class,
cancel this.
upper
Even
class.
if you're not, even if somebody wants, oh, he's not paying rent, mortgage will still kill you.
Yeah.
Mortgage,
Some people on average are paid 30-40 grand a month per
Yeah.
mortgage, and that's average.
And these days, rent will come up to the same amount as mortgage. No, sorry,
So it's
mortgage will
like-
come up to the same amount as rent or something like that.
yeah, so
You see what I say? So when it
can't live
comes
in
down to
peace.
the tradition
Yeah.
and the modern woman, it is very unfair. You can't expect a man for to be traditional and you for be a modern woman. And the next thing, what them
No, a traditional man in our modern society.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, in a modern society.
But they're
Doesn't work.
flexible. Them
But
can be flexible.
here's the next thing what them
Flexible
always
as
like
possible.
come with them like for preach about independence. When you hear them say them work them own money, them pay them own bills, them afford them own food, them take them own stuff. Oh, so you're a regular adult.
Yes, exactly. You're a grown adult.
Yeah, apparently you want to be praised for doing the same thing that everybody else is doing.
Exactly.
Cause if you don't work, you not can pay your bills, you can't eat. You see what I say? Especially when you move out of your parents' house, that is what you're mandated to do.
Apparently, wiping your ass deserves a medal.
Exactly.
That's what I used to doing.
But if
Yeah.
men do it, it's just a regular everyday something
I
that
think
men
so. I
supposed
think
to
it's
do.
temporary the fact that women are always
No, man. It's
because
supposed to be
I
that.
think people still view say, oh, we're still living back in the day and we're so close to back then, but you have realized how much time has passed since women have gotten rights, you know.
The biggest,
So,
you know the
having
biggest,
rights
Woman, them
now,
a think
Yeah.
that, not we.
because the thing is, you know,
you know the biggest
remember,
joke?
back in the day, you know, for a woman to be working and not depend, because a lot of women still to be dependent. I'm not going to even say man, you know, it's probably get some people, but a lot of women are depending on men. Because the fact of the matter is, when you read,
On
we
some
do the
level.
we do
On
the
some
calculation
level.
now.
Yeah.
We do the calculation. But then if you do the calculation of the populace who making that amount of money, basically a woman can depend on one man.
Yeah.
Yes, so she has multiple streams of income essentially by just her birthright.
And then when you
So-
have men that actually go out and cheat
Yeah.
because them realize say a lot of the pressure is on them, and then some women at the end of the day when the man want a little sugar, them no want give him. Them a say they're not in the mood and this and that. But really and truly, this man is under a whole heap of pressure. The least you could have do is give him a little bit of sex still, you know.
Yeah. So y'all heard it here, right? We're wrapping up this topic for today. You know, double standards. Hope you guys learned something from this topic. You know, we're not trying to bash any specific gender here. We're just putting these ideas out here, having an intellectual conversation, and you know, we're trying to use that same conversation to move the narrative forward, so we can become more conducive individuals in society. All right, people. So thanks for tuning in again. Hope you guys leave a like on the video. Go on the business page, check out the merch, check out everything we offer in Olympus. You see me? Thanks for being here, guys.
Yeah.
Always a
Hades
pleasure.
back in the building, you know, I haven't been here for a while, but you know.
Yes, sir.
Hades was actually
And we are
in the
contract
very
now,
first video that we filmed, but that got corrupted on the memory card. So this is actually the first time you guys seeing him.
Yeah.
But he was here in the very beginning. You get
From
me?
the start.
Watch it,
Yeah.
to the.
If you are wondering why the place feels so hot, you know, film fault. It just come out of hell not too long ago. So
Yeah, Hades.
yeah, you don't know it already, people. Alright, guys, you don't know the saying for the day. Glory to Olympus. Yes, sir.